Hello and welcome to the proper Scoundrels podcast. See, I said it better that time. All
You
one
did.
go.
Your enunciation was fantastic.
I appreciate that.
Welcome in, everybody. We hope you're doing well. To the 10 people that come in and check us out from time to time.
And that's okay.
Yeah, probably 9 right now because one of our subscribers just went to basic training at Fort Sill, Oklahoma.
Hey, congrats.
Yeah, it's going to be a drone pilot.
A drone pilot. They're doing that over there?
Oh, yeah. Well, basic
Which is,
training is basic training. You just
which
kind of
is
get where.
AIT?
I am certain that he told me. Don't remember.
I know they do a lot of work in Las Vegas. And maybe that's where he goes. That'd be cool.
I don't think so. For some reason, I'm thinking like Fort Leonard Wood or something like that. Yeah, it was someplace weird, and I was like, they do that there, but it's been so long since I've been in, I wouldn't tell you where anything is.
Yeah. But I can tell you where Fort Bragg is
Oh,
because that's the base name.
yes, it is. It is back to glory. Yep. Trump was like, nay, not doing that.
Pete Hegseth is doing the Lord's work.
Yes, he is. I have not checked in with him recently. I don't know what I'm missing out on. But did you see the picture of him running with that big old Marine?
Yeah. Do you know he's like PT and regular with those dudes, I think?
I think that's awesome.
Yeah. Like one of his first PT sessions was with I think it was like 7th group. It's like, god dang, dude. Like,
How cool would it be to be in charge of the military and you can just be like, hey, I'm going to fly down to Bragg and just, do some PT, check on things. I'm going to fly on over to Fort Rucker, for maybe Mardi Gras or something. Like, just get a Mac flight. It'd be fine.
it's fine.
He's probably got his own helicopter.
Sure. Or you can hop on one of those freedom flights and see how that's going.
Those are like commercial flights, though, aren't they? Except for that presidential plane.
I think they were in the back of C-130s.
Oh, well, good for them.
Wasn't it?
I
might be wrong.
I'm certain that some of that has happened, but
100%.
Trump's like, no, you got to go. You don't have to stay home, but you have to go back there for a minute.
Yeah, just drop the ramp at 20,000 and your ride stops here.
Every now and again, people survive it.
Every now and again.
One of the craziest things that happened while I was at Fort Bragg was a naked girl was found in somebody's backyard. This girl was jumping out of a 141, which is a jet. That's the big plane. That's like C-130's older brother. Big plane, jet, 4 jet engines on it. She got hung on the tail end. So she came out, as her chute was unraveling, it got hung on one of the risers on the tail wing. And they drug her all over North and South Carolina. And as they started coming down to come back into land, the riser clicked just right and she broke free. And somehow, after being drugged through the air for who knows how long, I'm like, did y'all not check a rear mirror or something? I don't know. She had the wherewithal to be able to deploy her reserve chute and landed in the backyard of these people's houses. All of this,
where'd her clothes go?
Just ripped off of her while she was in flight.
How did the reserve stay on? God.
Yeah. So, because that's, in those straps. So you'll know this from the fire department. Whatever those straps are, it creates a layer. But the clothes had just been ripped off. And so, but the interesting thing is, how is it that on the drop zone, nobody noticed that they were one short?
Ooh.
Yeah. So
their LGOP was little.
Yeah. So the crew like got up. They were like, we saw everybody come out. We've got everybody, and nobody noticed a discrepancy. And I was on a lot of drop zones, and I can tell you that there was a count that happened before we got back on the cattle haulers and went back to Garrison. You know, there was a count of shoots, there was a count of weapons, and there was a count of people in that order.
Mm.
Yeah. So a call comes in to Fayetteville 911, and an old man's like, there's a young lady that just landed in my backyard and she's completely naked. Send someone.
But she has her chute.
Yeah. So she was wrapped in her chute and she was crying. He came out and found her like that. And just some random backyard came down. And I'm like, I don't know if she had a PLF or not. That's some hardcore shit. That like I would have liked to have met her.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And Fayetteville, I think Fayetteville County, or it might have been the next county over. I think on one side of the base it was one county. Cumberland was Fayetteville, was around Fayetteville. But yeah, so just like calling the post CQ, and they're like, "Hey, got a jumper here. Got this wayward soldier with her titties out."
That's wild, man.
Yeah.
What year was
Insane.
that?
Shit, that would have been 94, 95, or 95, 96.
So, young lady, if you're listening to this by the happens chance, how about you comment or slide us a DM and you can be our next guest because that would be cool.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And you know what? And if you have any weird military story, something weird that happened to you in the military, we'd love to have you on.
Did you hear about the guy that got shot in basic training? He was like on one of the unsubscribed people.
No.
Yeah, so long story short, obviously I wasn't there. I'm going to paraphrase, but they were doing weapons qual. So they're on their range. And I don't know what basic training place it was, but the rifle areas, like the range, you have one like this and one like that, right? So you got a bunch of different ranges this way, a bunch of different ranges up this way. So they're like way down here, and then there's another group of people way up here. And somehow a stray round got sent towards them. Now, like these ranges ain't nowhere close, so this is like truly luck. But somebody had AD, accidental discharge or something. Anyway, sent a round over to them, and this trainee just got like struck. So he goes up to his drill sergeant, and they've told everybody to like shut the fuck up, like we're ready to shoot and stuff like that. And he was like, "Hey, drill sergeant, I've been shot." And he's like, "Shut the fuck up, private." And he was like, "No, really, I think I've been shot." And the private like kind of shows him. He's like, "Oh fuck!" Like he did get shot. And the drill sergeant was like, "Take a knee and drink water." So he's like calling people on the radio to get like some medics out there or something. So when you were in basic, do you remember if you ever had like somebody that wasn't a certified drill sergeant yet, but they were about to be? Like they were about to go to DI school or DS school?
Yes.
All right, so you have those in basic training from time to time. And this dude is like an infantry guy, and he was like, I can see the bullet. He said, we can probably dig it out. So this dude takes a Gerber to the side of this trainee and pulls this bullet out. So when trainee gets to the on post hospital, the doctor's like, "Where's the bullet at?" And he was like, "Oh, Sergeant so and so took it out of me." And they're like, "Do you want to press charges?" And he's like, "No, he saved my life." And yeah, so his reward for getting shot was he got a phone call home because he was going to be on their version of light duty on profile for about a week until his shit healed up. But yeah, got shot in basic training.
Let me tell you, you know, so in 1992, when I was a skinny little guy that was in this terrifying, huge machine called basic training, there was one guy smaller than me. I was the skinniest guy there. There was one guy who weighed less than me, little black guy. And this dude, I don't know how he learned how to tie his shoes. He probably didn't. So it's probably what it was. And he was one of those people. So he let the training grenade go off in his hand. Now what? Oh fuck! So he was that kind of recruit. Good dude. I mean, you know, you'd want to hug him, but man, he was not smart. He asked the drill sergeant a question by spinning around and let that weapon point somewhere other than downrange, and the drill sergeant picked him up by the helmet, up out of the little foxhole, and tossed him across the fight line. And I was just like, and I just went down into my foxhole. I was like, I just know that something bad's happening right now, and I just don't want to be involved. But the second he spun around, the guy in the tower went crazy, was yelling. All the drill sergeants were yelling. All the cadre were yelling. The medics were yelling. Everybody was yelling. There was, everybody, because when you're going out there to qualify, you've got live ammunition and you've got people under a lot of stress. And so there's a lot of control over that. And I mean, it's just like, it's insane to think that one, I mean, and I can tell you about Fort Sill. I can't tell you about any other range. But at Fort Sill, there's this one long road that goes out, and all of the ranges are on the east side of that road, and all of them are pointing east. There's like 7, and there's nothing out there. It's just desert. So there's no way that there would have been a stray bullet. And to have a drill sergeant pull the bullet out, like I could see if like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. But to do that, like why? There wasn't a medic taking a look at that. And I mean, it's just like, whoa, that story is wild.
Yeah. And he was like talking about it like it's like normal,
Yeah. Have you ever had a coworker or a friend ask you to perform a medical function on you?
Or on me?
Or on them? On them.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course.
It is like one of the most taboo things in the medical world, but happens all the damn time.
Yeah.
Like I literally had somebody ask me to drain fluid off of her elbow. I was like, no.
You didn't do it? Come on, dude.
No, fuck no. Now, when I was working at a hospital and had a buddy there, and he had taken some time off because he hurt his knee, and he asked me to come to his apartment one night after work, and I was like, yeah, okay, you all right? He's like, man, I need your help with something. I was like, okay. He asked me to pull fluid off of his knee. So I stuck him with a needle.
Did it work?
No, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm like, I don't know. So yeah, it's crazy. Like we're the worst damn bunch. We're just like, I've given a friend stitches.
I've never done that. I want to learn how to do stitches. I don't know how to do those.
Man, get you an orange.
An orange?
Yeah. And just stitch up an orange. Cut it and stitch it up. Because I'm sure you've got access to some stitch kits.
Allegedly.
Yeah. So I need to order some next week.
Yeah.
Apparently the doctors son that I work for, he has a tendency to be clumsy and end up in our X-ray room.
Nope. How old?
Oh, he's like 24.
Copy that.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a grown-ass man, like a big one too. Like I've done his X-rays, and but there have been stories of him coming in and getting his dad to stitch him up and stuff, and I'm like, hell yeah.
That's great. Have you ever had stitches? I'm sure you
Oh yeah.
have.
Yeah,
I've only had them once.
yeah. I
They
think
were on the top of the head.
yeah, from where that pulley or whatever hit you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right here.
yeah. I think my latest ones were when they cut that skin cancer off my arm.
They stitched it?
Oh, it was deep.
Oh.
Like, I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can see it, but there's a scar right there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was deep, and yeah, I think I had like 4 stitches, and then I got one of my friends to take the stitches out because I didn't want to pay another copay for a follow up.
I've done that. That's what we did on my head. My father-in-law got them out for me.
Yeah, it's like, these people that show up at the hospital to have stitches removed, I'm like, you're retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's I've never done stitches on myself. I did call somebody one time to do stitches on me because back when I was drinking all the time, I was trying to see something on my face or something, but I had that 1980s bar of lights over the sink. It's like 4 bulbs.
Yep.
And I leaned in and I headbutted one of them.
Oh,
And
God.
I cut myself across my forehead and it's just like dumping blood.
That's not a gentle lean in. That's like
I was
headbanging.
intoxicated.
I'm on your side.
My depth perception wasn't what it should have been. It's like
How
I
many
have to
days
get
sober?
close. You know what? I lost my count. So let's see. We're at what? Today's what, the 22nd? So
23rd.
today's the 23rd?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I can't really see the clock. And then,
Yeah, 23rd.
so let's see. 31 and 28, that's 59. And then 23, that's going to be 59, 69, 79.
82.
82, so 92 days.
Good for you.
Yeah, kind of crazy. I haven't been to the gym in 2 days, so I haven't logged my thing. And then I realized that I'd been keeping up with my workouts on a different thing, and I was like, oh, I haven't been doing the little accountability note. Oops. But I'm trying to make habits.
Yeah, gym schedule for me has been kind of weird. I was sick that one day and I couldn't go. And then I went the day, no, I was working the day after and didn't get to go. So, and then I flew a shift, didn't go. And then I went the day after. So it's been weird for me too.
Yeah. I don't think I've missed a day. So last week I had to go down to our down to one of our southern offices for training. Because I guess if somebody else is not doing well, it must be something that I'm doing. So I need to go learn how somebody else does my job.
Mm.
And I'm like, if I do it the way she does it, I'm going to be taking a huge step back and doing a lot less. And they're like, that's fine. Check.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll do it then. And so that day I did not, but I did get to see one of my old coworkers who hopefully is coming back, and she like stuck a baby on me, and all these Mexican women were looking at me like, hey. I'm like, nope, I didn't do it. Just holding a baby. Just holding a little fat Mexican baby. That's all I'm doing.
Little fat baby.
Yep. 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 So I did not go to the gym that day, but she's wanting some more of her potion. I made her some potion today.
What potion did you make?
So I made an antifungal potion
Hmm.
for her and for Ned, but Ned more so because he got sprayed or something. He got into something where he smelled like crap. I mean, it woke me up when he came into the bedroom. He smelled so bad. And I can't really smell stuff. And so I was like, I figured that he'd gotten skunked, but I haven't seen any skunks around here or, seen any evidence of skunks. And so I was like, well, that's just weird. But I'm wondering if like maybe he found a dead fish or something and rolled in it because he's the type.
Yeah.
So went online and I found this magical potion where you mix a little bit of white vinegar, some distilled water, and some lavender together.
Works good.
And he smells a hell of a lot better. And but it also the vinegar and the lavender are both antifungals. So yeah, so they use it to clean out his ears and clean his little paws, and hopefully they'll stop being crazy. And Digi likes to get sprayed with it, especially on her little hind quarters where she's been pulling her hair out. And I guess it's allergies or something, but both of them have been a lot more calm since I sprayed them.
How's the allergies been for y'all?
Past couple of days have been bad.
Yeah. Do you do the honey stuff, like get local honey and eat that about this time of year?
No, but I probably should because I had never had problems with allergies, and I just thought, man, y'all are a bunch of wusses. Y'all can't even go outside. Come on. And then I had a work-related injury and like scorched my entire upper airway. And this is also how I found out I was allergic to iodine, interestingly. And so during one of the follow-ups, they were doing a blood gas, and iodine went into my artery, and I had a reaction to it.
Like anaphylactic?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Like she had not drawn all the blood, and I had broke out into hives and started wheezing.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. So apparently you're not supposed to put things you're allergic to into your arteries.
Hint of epinephrine.
Yes. And so yeah, so like she's sitting there doing the test, and like I don't know why it's hard to find anything on me. I've got good vascular system. I don't know why, but that's one thing that's still holding out. And so like she's like, you really don't like needles. I'm like, maybe I don't know if you've looked at me or not, but needles don't bother me. And she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I guess. I mean, that don't really feel good. And she's like, hold on a minute, get on the floor. And I'm like, I'm not getting on the floor of a doctor's office. Not me. No. She's like, get on the floor. Get on the floor. She's like, yells out in the hall. She's like, hey, I need some help. They come in, and I'm like trying to not be on the floor. She's pulling me to the floor. And I'm like, oh, I don't feel good. They're like, whoa. And so like they grab a cart and they give me a shot of epinephrine, and that, I mean, that is like some Jack 3D. And they put some race epi on me, and I'm just like, what are y'all doing? Why are y'all doing this to me? What did I do? And they're like, are you allergic to shellfish? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't eat shellfish. And they're like, you've never eaten shellfish? I was like, I'm sure I have at some point in time, but no, I don't. It's not really something that I ever have a taste for. So no, I've never had it. And they're like, oh, I guess it's the iodine. And I'm like, soap? I'm allergic to soap? It's like, I'm the stinky kid who's allergic to soap. And they're like, you should have told us that you were allergic to shrimp. I was like, I don't know. It's like, man, I didn't have bacon until I was 19 years old.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm an old Southern Jew, man. I don't eat the unclean meats. And yeah, so they're like trying to take me down to the emergency room, and I'm like, oh, I'm fine now. There is no need.
You didn't go?
No. I signed a bunch of forms, so I was like, no. And like I'm in the university hospital, and I mean it's like they're like, no, we got to take you down to the ER. I'm like, no. It's
You
like
ever heard of AMA?
it's like you have already given me everything that I'm gonna need. It's like let's figure out if we can get this blood cast done so that I can possibly go back to regular duty. It's like, let's find out if I can breathe.
What was that, the car call?
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently you should not hang out in a car that's on fire for very long.
Yeah, that's alleged.
Yeah. You will cough up a lot of stuff afterwards. Yep. So I made that potion. I also made a carpenter bee potion out of vinegar and distilled water and spearmint. So it's all over my hands.
What's that supposed to do?
So I have a bunch of carpenter bees outside, and I'm like, I was going to get one of those traps, and then I guess have a big jar full of dead bodies hanging around, like some kind of morbid warning to other creatures. And but then I found this potion mix where they don't like mint. And so if I can find some mint, I'll plant some out on the front porch where they like to hang out and get caught in the screen. Yeah, so went down to the local Walmart and got me 2 bottles of essential oil and put that into the mixture of distilled water and vinegar and sprayed all the eaves, and now the house smells fantastic. And but all the carpenter bees are gone.
That's a plus.
Yeah, like within an hour. Yeah. I was like, I like this witchcraft.
We'll take it.
Yeah, that was easy. That was easy. That was cheaper than the traps. The traps were like $20. And that doesn't really deter them. And so they say do this about once a month. Yeah.
I did not realize that they don't like. Is it just carpenter bees or is it all type of bees?
When I went out there onto the porch to spray it, there was a wasp, some flies, and some carpenter bees. And I haven't seen anything since.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. But I think this week I will see if I can find some mint to put in a little planter out there and maybe just have a natural barrier.
Is that the only place you have issues with in the front?
Because that little porch is kind of an add-on, and I don't think they use the best wood, and so I don't think it's pressure treated, and so it just. But then also, because it's screened, once they get into the screen, that's just where they are, and it sounds like there's a Chinook landing out there all the time, and they get bold. Like I had one hit me in the face. I mean, I'm like, I don't know if you've ever tried to fight a carpenter bee.
Can't say that
They're better than George Foreman. Let it rest his soul.
Yeah, rest in peace to the legend.
Did I see that he was 73 or 78? He was in his 70s.
Yeah, he was in his 70s.
He has looked the same since I was a kid.
Yeah, he hasn't aged at all.
Yeah. Like I thought when I was a kid, he was an old man. And, he's looked the same for the past 40 years. Like ever since his little grills came out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, he must have been doing something right.
Mm-hmm. Or the makeup.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, did you see pictures of Gene Hackman?
No.
Yeah. So, that was a terrible story.
They're like I've seen pictures of him. He looked rough.
Yeah. Yeah, he was looking bad. Just ate up with the dementia and stuff, and like stayed in the house with his wife there for some amount of time.
Yeah.
Probably just not even realizing that she was deceased.
Yeah. Wild, man.
Yeah. But also, man, true love story,
Yeah.
So sad ways to say goodbye, but we all do.
Hmm.
What is, let's see, we haven't talked in about 10 days. As I
It's
was
been a
looking,
while.
yeah. So I was looking at the recordings and their dates. And so what has developed since then?
I don't know of anything really. I mean, like, um, there's some weird political climate out there, like it always is, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't think nothing's really happened with the tariffs and stuff. I don't think there's a lot of just Trump being Trump.
Yeah. What was the last 66 story that I sent you? Because I've got a huge man crush on Max Towie. I think it was about raw milk.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was the raw milk one. But it seems like I saw another one of his recently, and I was like, once again, this man is incredibly informative and articulate. So if Max Towie ever wants to be on the Proper Scoundrels podcast, love to have you.
Yeah. Come along.
Yeah, I will give you some of my sweet tea.
Have you found any more of it?
I bought all the boxes that were in the store.
Roger.
I had 12 boxes. So it takes 4 tea bags to make a gallon of tea. And I think I'm at 8 boxes now.
How many tea bags is in a box?
22.
Hmm.
So, and like typically I'll make 1 gallon of tea and that'll last me for 3 or 4 days, like during the work week. But then on the weekends, it's like, why should I drink water when there's this wonderful sweet tea?
You can make 44 gallons with 8 of those.
Mm-hmm.
In case you're curious.
Yep. I am 44 gallons away from having to find a new supplier.
Did they stop selling it or what?
Man, it was only like I could only find it at the Winn-Dixie. It wasn't at the Publix. It wasn't at the Aldi. Obviously, it's not at the Walmart. I've not seen much tea at Target at all. And so I guess Target doesn't like tea, so it's weird. I'm like, you would think that would be something they would do. But so I think there's a Piggly Wiggly not far from me. And I might check there.
I forget those places still exist. Every now and again you see one.
Man, it's like I don't ever think about them. But then I'll see a Piggly Wiggly truck. It says follow me to the pig. And I'm like, oh. And but yeah, I don't it's not in my normal route. I would have to go to the little country town on the other side of me to go to it. But I have heard, I have not ventured into one to find out, but I've heard that they sell it at the Dollar General.
And you haven't been to the Dollar General?
There is not a Dollar General anywhere near me.
That's a lie. You haven't seen it. It's
Which
there.
probably would allow people to try and locate me if they really wanted to. But no, I bet if we pulled up right now, Dollar General near me, that you would have one within 2 miles.
I do not have one within 2 miles. It's close, but it's not 2 miles.
Yeah. And I think I pulled it up one time, and I think the closest one was 11 miles away.
Mine's probably 11 miles
Really?
by
'Cause
Medic Fire Station.
yeah,
That's
that's
the
the one I was
closest
thinking
one.
about. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't realize that it was 11 miles away from you.
yeah.
I think I could find your house if I really needed to, but and I think we went there once, or maybe we
Mhm.
went next door or something.
So we ran a call, and it was about a mile and a half away from my house.
Did we pass your house?
No, it was before.
No. Yeah. So I kind of know the road that it's on, but
Hmm.
you and I both like to stay in hidden places.
I'm I'm not that hidden. You were very hidden.
Yes, and I am now as well, because I had somebody come out to the house today, and he's like at one of the neighbors' houses. And so from my house to the road, it's about a quarter of a mile.
Hmm.
And um, like if you don't know what you're looking for, it just looks like a weird forestry road or something. It's like,
Hmm.
and there is a little sign there, a little wooden plank sign, says to Grimwood Cabin or something like that. And um, but yeah, like he's like, I see a trash can. I'm like, do you see a little road that looks like a driveway? And he's like, there's like three. I'm like, the one on the right. Just follow it. You'll go through a gate. You'll come to a pine tree. Go to the right. It's like you'll think you're just driving through the woods, and then poof,
There's a house.
there's me. But you know, people are stupid and don't know how to find things.
Hmm. So, what's your take on the whole raw milk thing?
You know, it seems like a statistics thing. It's a Rockefeller thing. So, um, if we compare today to when raw milk was killing people, we don't have the same conditions. And I'm just rehashing things that I learned in that one article from We the 66. Um, so if you're interested, that's a great channel to subscribe to after you have subscribed to this one.
Yes.
But yeah, so I don't know, man. Like I kind of want to taste some raw milk, but like they say that there's little chunks of fat in it. And it's like you and cheese.
Can't do it, bro.
Yeah. It just looking at it, it looks like drinkable cottage cheese to me, and I'm against cottage cheese.
Dude, you're gonna make me sick.
Yeah. But everybody's like, oh yeah, it's great. And I I absolutely believe that it is probably healthier than pasteurized milk.
Yeah, so Dr. Paul Saladino, I was listening to him talk about raw milk, and he likes it, but he doesn't drink it often. It's like every now and again type thing for like gut health and stuff.
And that's why I think that it would probably be beneficial. Do I think that it would cure asthma in children? Maybe not. But I'm also a big proponent of giving kids honey, and giving them things that are grown from their environment, and that will give you exposure to your environment. And there's so much that we miss out on because of the processing of our food. And I can tell you, you've been doing it so much, it's made me do it. I can tell you that I absolutely feel better since I started eating whole foods.
Yeah.
And my allergies have not been bad this year, but every day this past week, especially in the afternoon, my coworkers are like, "Why are you crying?" And I'm like,
I'm just sad.
"I'm expressing myself. Let it be." But yeah, so now, I am a rough and tumble guy, and I get little scratches and nicks on me all the time. And I'm terrible about touching them because like my skin's supposed to be smooth, and then there's something that's not, and I'm like, oh no, I got to get rid of that. And all of a sudden I'm bleeding and I'm infected, and it's just like I'm like a damn meth head, and without the meth. And so um, I have noticed that I heal faster that I have been eating whole foods.
You
Uh,
know, there's so much freaking research about it, and I don't know why people don't do it. I know it's expensive and stuff like that, but go to McDonald's, buy some food from them, right? It's cheaper, right? There's no question about it. You're going to get cheaper stuff. But just the bread alone of McDonald's is 40 ingredients, and I can't pronounce half of them.
I don't
That's a
think it's
problem.
cheaper. I don't think it's cheaper.
I mean, you think about it. You go to get a Big Mac with, fries and a large drink. The drinks are super saturated in sugar, right? The fries, I don't know what the fuck they are. But
Sugar.
yeah,
They put sugar in the salt. That's why it tastes so good.
really.
Yeah, there's a special proprietary blend of McDonald's salt.
Oh, the more you know. But like you buy that and you probably spend $10 for a meal.
No, it's
Like,
like 12.
is it that much? Dude, I haven't been to McDonald's in so long. I don't know.
Yeah, so the people at work, they order out all the time. And she got like a Big Mac Happy Meal, with a large fry and a large drink. And it was $12 before any of the delivery fees. And I was like, that's McDonald's is supposed to be that, you know, I've only got $10 till payday, and so I can go and get a value meal from McDonald's. And, I'll eat, but it won't be good and probably tear my guts up. But
So a Big Mac meal, including fries and a drink, typically costs around $9.29 on average.
it's insane. So my average meal cost eating grass-fed beef, uh, organic chicken, and whole foods is usually around $4.
Hey, I've got this one short. We just got a medical call that I've got to run.
See you, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks for listening to the Proper Scoundrels podcast. Like, comment, and share. Do all the fun things.
And welcome to the life of EMS, where just suddenly you have to go.
Yeah. Good talking to you.
Yeah, bud. What kind of?
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.